Welcome back to the Dominion International Center Staff Development Training Excellence in the Workplace. This is section 4. So we left off in discussing the qualities you must develop and possess in order for you to excel in the workplace. We said 1, you must develop a strong passion for your job. Next, we said develop a firm belief that you are here to make the organization successful. Then we went on to discuss that you must develop a dedication to self-empowerment, education, and enhancement, basically personal development. Now let's go to our next point. You must develop the ability to get more done. You must develop the ability to get more done. We're basically talking about how you can be more productive. It's very, very key. Your ability to get more done makes you a productive member of the organization. You have to work not just harder, you must work smarter. You must work faster. You must work longer, because the level of your productivity determines the degree of your rewards. Very important you understand that. The level of your productivity determines the degree of your rewards. What comes your way as reward, because you are only rewarded for your productivity, nothing more, nothing less. If you are not a productive member of the team, then you are not valuable to the team. And what guides the rewards that you enjoy is your ability to get more done. Very important. And the secret of getting more done can be found in how you use your time. That's the key. So in essence, we're talking about good time management. Good time management. Good time management is the secret to getting more done. Let's prove this from scripture for you to understand what I mean. Ephesians 5:15-17 says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time." Can you see that? Because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. It says you have to learn to redeem the time. Redeeming means that you are putting to good use of time. You are making the most of your time and your opportunities, because the secret of you getting, the best of use of your time is when you are intentional about how you use your time. Colossians 4:5 says, "Walk in wisdom towards those who are outside, redeeming the time." For double emphasis, is saying that the way you walk in wisdom is for you to redeem the time, to make the most of the time and the opportunity, to have good time management practice. And the popular scripture in Psalm 90 verse 12 says, "So teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Can you see it again? It's saying that you gain a heart of wisdom when you learn to number your days, when you learn to make the most of your time and your opportunities. Now, when we're talking about making the most of your time, when we're talking about good time management, the truth of the matter is that we're talking about you managing your life well, because no one can really manage time, right? You can't control time. You can't manage time. You can't put a pause on time in order for you to get more of it or to be able to do more. What you can do is to manage your life on how you go about your daily activities. Then you can manage time. Why? Because time is life. Time is life. All right? Time is the hardest currency God has given you to trade with. Time is life. So when we're talking about time management, we're really talking about life management. how you go about your daily activities, how you prioritize your activities, your agendas, the tasks that you go about on a daily basis. When you learn to do that, then you can be productive. You can't just wake up on a particular day and just start doing stuff. Activity does not equal productivity. It is when you are skillful and tactful about how you manage your activities, basically manage your time. That's what will equal productivity. So no success is possible without excellent time management. You must understand that. So the way you become productive is to be good. The way you get more done is to be good at managing your life well, which is you managing your time very well. So we're talking about you planning your day before you come to the office, planning your day before you sit on your desk and just start plowing on all the tasks. You must be good at planning. You must plan every single day by setting goals for the day. Very important. You see, when you are good at setting goals and the agenda of what you want to accomplish, then you have found the secret of effective time management. Because think of it, you cannot hit a target you can't see. That's the importance of goals. Imagine, playing a soccer match with no goalposts, right? And you have two good teams. The whole game will be pointless because there is no way for us to measure who wins. There's no way to measure how long we're going for before we stop. That's the power and the importance of goals. So good goal setting is the secret of effective time management, which in turn determines your productivity. So you have to learn that. You have to make time to set goals. You have time for what you make time for by setting goals. Very important we understand that. Because if you don't set goals, then it's impossible for you to measure your success. There was a research that was conducted that said that only 3% of the population have written goals down. No wonder there's a huge gap between those that are successful and those people that are unsuccessful. No wonder there's a huge gap between the number of successful people and the number of unsuccessful people. Why? Majority of people don't plan, don't write goals down. You must not let that happen to you. You must be good at setting goals. So, just as an overview, let's talk about what a goal is. What is a goal? Well, simply put, a goal is an ongoing pursuit of a worthy objective until it is accomplished. A goal is an ongoing pursuit, keyword ongoing pursuit of a worthy objective until it is accomplished. So it is not a goal if you are not pursuing it. That's just a daydream. And there is no such thing as an unrealistic goal. It's only unrealistic people that will not pursue the goals that they've written down. So that tells me that as long as I have goals, nothing will be impossible for me. Absolutely nothing. As long as I can define what I want to accomplish, nothing is impossible. And nothing must be impossible for you too. I always say that impossible is just a big word used by small-minded people who have chosen to simply live in the world they've been given rather than exploring the power they have to change it. Why? Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is dare. I dare you. Impossible is nothing. And how does that come to pass? When you have defined goals. Very important we understand that. So for you to get more done, all of this that we're talking about is highly scriptural. I say you must apply the wisdom in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1 to 4. Very powerful verse of scripture. Look at what it says. It says, to get more done, I will stand my watch and set myself on the rampart and watch to see what he will say to me and what I will answer when I am corrected. Verse 2, then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Very powerful 4 verses of scripture that gives us the guide for how to get more done. That gives us the roadmap to getting more done. Let me share those with you. You must first decide what you want to accomplish in each area of your life. What you want to accomplish in each area of the assignment you have been given in the house. What is it that you need to accomplish today that you are now in the office? You must decide that. You cannot just allow your life to be guided and directed by the interruptions of the day. You have to decide that by the time this day is over, here are the things I need to accomplish. Then that gives you a roadmap for the day. Now, not only do you decide it, you must write it down clearly and you must be specific. That verse of scripture says, write the vision and make it plain. Clarity is key. Clarity removes every form of indecision. Clarity removes every form of confusion. You must write it down clearly and you must be specific. The reason why we've provided you with goal sheets is so that you can write down the goals and the tasks you need to accomplish, for you to be clear about them and be specific, because clarity is key. Not only that, you have to set a deadline for the achievement of your goals. Without you setting a deadline, you are not holding yourself accountable. It will just be sitting down on that goal sheet, indefinitely. But setting a deadline gives you a window, an accountability window for you to fulfill the goal that you have written down. Then you make a list of everything you must do to accomplish your goals. So your goals never, occur in a vacuum. That's why we defined a goal as the ongoing pursuit of a worthy objective until it is accomplished. It is the list that you make of everything that you must do that guides you on the actions you must take. Which leads us to the next point. You now must organize this list into an action plan. You see, when you organize into an action plan, you are giving it the opportunity and the possibilities of it being done. So if for the day I need to make sure that an activity is fulfilled, I have to make a list of everything I must do. Who do I need to call? Who do I need to engage? Where do I need to go? What materials do I need? You make a list of all of those and then you organize it into an action plan. What do I do first? Do I make the phone call first, or do I go get that resource first? You list everything you must do in an action plan, and then you take action immediately on the plan. That's how you now begin to see all those goals coming to fulfillment. You take action on them, on everything that you have written down. That guides you throughout the course of the day. But you see, it doesn't end there. You must resolve to do something every day that moves you towards the accomplishment of your goals. What do I mean by that? There are some times just taking action on your goals does not bring them to the finish line. Sometimes the accomplishment of your goals, right, requires you keeping at it until it gets to the very end. That's where that resolve comes in. That's where that resolution comes in, that you must not just put your goals in the back burner because you didn't accomplish it in a day. You have to keep doing something every day that moves you toward the direction and the accomplishment of that goal. And then another key point we must make, you must work smarter, not just harder. In other words, you must keep asking yourself the question, how can I do what I'm doing better? Is there a better way to do what I'm doing? You can't just keep plowing at things with all the energy you have, right? It's like using a blunt axe or a blunt knife. That's very dangerous. If you're using a blunt knife, you could mistakenly cut yourself. But working smarter requires you to sharpen the edge of the knife or the axe, because it simplifies the energy and the amount of work you need to do to cut whatever you're cutting. So you must work smarter than you are working today. You must learn to concentrate without interruption. All right? Another way of working smarter is to make sure that nothing breaks your focus. So you block the time in which you work so that you avoid interruptions. Next, you work faster. You pick up the pace of your work. So you just don't, we call it lime, just dragging your feet. No, you work faster. And how do you do that? Do the most important things first, right? The most important things, I say the most important things that nobody else can do but you. Do that first. Do the assignment that gives the highest payoff first. Because when you accomplish the big things, then you have time for the little things. Another key point is for you to batch your tasks, right? Similar tasks that you can do once and for all. So if your task requires you going to a particular spot in the building and you have to do multiple things there, do everything one time. If you're going to send emails, send all the emails one time. If you're going to make a phone call, make all the phone calls one time. That's batching your tasks. So you do a series of similar tasks together. It allows you to be effective. And then you make sure you make few mistakes. When you make few mistakes, it lets us know that you are one who has given into excellence, who has given into making sure their work is detailed. And then finally, you simplify your work. You see, it is wiser for you to do things in simple ways. When you are talking about accomplishment, it doesn't have to be difficult. All right? When we say simple, we're not saying easy. Something being simple is different from something being easy. But simplicity is key. Find simple ways to do your work effectively rather than complicating things. For example, instead of standing up and making a trip to someone's office, why not pick up the phone and call? Why not send an email? Make it simple. It reduces the energy you have to use just because you are communicating with another teammate. So these are ways in which you get more done. And that's how you excel at the workplace. I'll see you at the next section. Bye for now.